Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Calvin Christian High School, where tonight the Chargers invade the Squires, the Covenant Christian Chargers, that is, invade the Squires of Calvin Christian tonight. On the call tonight is Matt Fabiano. And Matt, what a game in our first game of the evening. The girls from Calvin come back after trailing 7-0 and really outscore the Covenant Christian Chargers in that first game, 26-22. And we got the boys' game this Friday. I think it's going to be just about as fast-paced as the girls were. Covenant comes into the contest under head coach Tyler Schimmel. They are 2-2 overall. They lost their first two. They lost to Byron Center and Unity. And they beat Fort Stills Eastern, and they beat Lowell. While Calvin comes into the contest 1-3 overall. They won the first game, Kalamazoo Christian, but then they fell to Muskegon, Western Michigan Christian, Unity Christian, and Holland Christian. So they play the Christian schools, basically.
And they both have a common opponent in loss with Unity Christian. And that was the same situation with the girls as well.
Yep. And these two teams usually battle out in district play, but they're going to battle in the regular season. They usually battle both times, but this year it's only going to be one time, as Tyler Schimmel's team averages 51.8 while giving up 47.5. Hudsonville, I got that out of my mind because that's tomorrow. But Calvin averages 44.5 while giving up 56.8 points per game.
Yeah, I mean, it should be
on paper, what it says here, yeah.
On paper, it should be a great
heck of a game. Yep.
And that's kind of what we saw with the girls. We were thinking that the girls would be high scoring. Ended up being okay.
Medium, yeah.
But, I mean, I think with this game, like, scoring 100-plus points both teams overall.
Oh, yeah.
Is early in the season is a good sign for both teams.
Yes. Yep.
You know, in some of these teams, I mean, like, yeah, Unity Christian is. I haven't been able to see the boys really this year.
No, we're going to see them in a few weeks as they take on the Hudsonville Eagles in the Salad City Classic, a round number whatever it is now, and Covenant Christian lost to Niles Brandywine that we talked about in our first broadcast, the girls' game. They lost to Niles Brandywine in the quarterfinal also. But their season was 18-9 overall, while Calvin Christian was 18-8 last year. They lost to Covenant Christian, so this team right here on the floor, it's mostly back with a nucleus, just say, from they lost last year, but Calvin got destroyed in that district game. First round, 69-26.
Yeah, that is. I almost think, that's got to be part of. Kind of, they don't have the height advantage.
They have
Covenant Christian does.
Right. Covenant Christian has the height advantage, I think, in this ball game. They have one at 6'7", but you take Calvin's 6'7", and those are basically scratched out. So your next tallest is 6'5", and Covenant has three of those at 6'5", while Calvin has, I don't think, anything close to 6'5" with a triple tandem like that.
No, under that they got 6'1", 6'2", 6'1".
What's that tell you?
5'10", 6 foot.
But they still can be a good team.
Yeah.
Even though that they're 6'1", they still can be a good team. But they haven't proven it this year. But you never know.
It's early. Or when we did the football season, we kind of felt the same way. You never know, especially with basketball season being as twice as many games as football. But yeah, you just never know with especially high school athletics.
As we wind down our abbreviated pregame show, brought to you by DJ's Pizza Pub in the Hudsonville Plaza across the street from Ace Gammons Hardware. Proud sponsor of WCTV and the Ville Sports Network. We'll sign off here, and Matt will have the call for the boys' game in just a few moments. You're watching the Ville Sports Network and WCTV.
We are live on WCET TV here on this Friday night at Calvin Christian High School. We are now, for boys basketball, we're now ready for our starting lineups. For the Covenant Christian Chargers, number 0, Evan Pipe. Number 2, Nathan Kirkstra. And number 4, Jaden Bilesma. Number 24, Nick Oosterhuis. And number 32, Ben Elzinga. On the home side for the Calvin Christian Squires is number 12, Josh Vanderwall. Number 14, Luke Bykirk. Vaughn Dykstra, number 20. And number 22, Will Orm. And number 42, Michael Chance will start for the Calvin Christian Squires. The Squires are coached by Matt Veltema, and the Calvin Christian Covenant Christian Chargers are coached by Tyler Schimmel. We are just coming off the tail of the girls varsity game where the Calvin Christian girls beat the Covenant Christian Chargers 26-22. And a starting out game that started out low scoring 7-7 going into halftime, and both teams really pushed down harder on the gas in the second half. And the final score was 26-22. And we are just about ready for this starting tip-off of this varsity boys basketball contest between the Covenant Christian Chargers and the home Calvin Christian Squires.
Your officials making tonight's contest possible: Bruce, Walter House, Matt Meese, Tyler Zoroff.
I want to thank our MHSAA officials for calling tonight's game. And there's the tip, and that goes to number 4, Bilesma for the Covenant Christian. Bilesma passes out, and that is out of bounds. Squire ball. Orm will inbound it to number 20 Vaughn, or 20 Dykstra. Dykstra passes it back out to Orm. Orm will pass it to Vanderwall. Wall passes it back to Orm. Orm with the three-pointer, and it is no good. Rebounded by number 0, Evan Pipe for the Chargers. Pipe passes it out, number 2, Kirkstra. Kirkstra passes out outside the arc. Pass back to number 24, and his three is gone, but rebounded by number 32. And that is a foul on the Squires.
Fouls number 20, Dykstra, his first.
Dykstra with the foul for the Squires, his first. Bilesma will inbound it for the Chargers. Kirkstra with the ball. Kirkstra passes it to number 24, Oosterhuis. Oosterhuis to Pipe. And Pipe with the ball. He will pass it out to Elzinga. Elzinga drives, and the shot is good. Our first 2 points of the game come for the Chargers, 2-0. Dykstra with the ball for the Squires. Passes out to number 14, Bykirk. Bykirk passes to number 22, Orm. And Orm with the shot, but it is blocked. Ball goes out of bounds. Orm will inbound it for the Squires. Passes it in to Bykirk. Orm passes it in under the basket to number 12, Vanderwall. And Vanderwall will get 2 points for the Squires. Pipe bringing the ball up for the Chargers. Passes to Elzinga. Elzinga passes out to Kirkstra. Kirkstra to number 4. And that is stolen by the Squires. Chance with the ball, who passes to Dykstra. Dykstra back to Chance. And Chance back to Vanderwall. Vanderwall with the shot, but it's missed. That is number 32. And there will be a foul on Chance of the Squires. His first. Nate Steenwyk will come in for the Squires, number 50. There's the pass in from coming. And number 32 with the shot. And it is, oh, it's no good. And Calvin Christian with the rebound. That was Orm with the pass to Steenwyk, but the ball will go out of bounds off the Steenwyk. Chargers ball. Osterhaus passes it in to Pipe, who will take it up the court. Osterhaus back to, Pipe back to Osterhaus. Osterhaus out to number 4, Bausma. That is a foul on number 20, Dykstra. That is the Squires' second. Landon Locknett will come in for the Squires. Ball is inbounded. That is number 4, Bausma with the ball. He passes that out to number 32, Elzinga. Elzinga to number 2. The shot from Pipe is no good. That is number 24 of the Chargers battling it out. And there is a foul on Covenant Christian. Oosterhuis with the foul. That is his first and team first. Orm with the ball. Orm will pass it to Vanderwall. Vanderwall passes it back. Orm back to Vanderwall. Vanderwall back to Orm. Orm passes to number 14, Bykirk. Bykirk back out to Orm. Orm in to number 12. That was Vanderwall who had the ball. Out of bounds on Covenant Christian. Orm will inbound it for the Squires. There's the inbound. Orm finds number 32, Locknett. Locknett goes back to Orm. Out to number 14, Bykirk. And Bykirk with the 3 for the Squires. Pipe takes the ball up. He passes it to number 24, Oosterhuis. Kirkstra with the ball. Pass out to Oosterhuis. Pipe with the pass. Pass to Bausma. Bausma takes the shot, but it is no good. Number 32 with the foul, Locknett.
So return for the Squires replacing Vanderwall. And for the Chargers, 23, Caleb Dykstra.
Couple of substitutions for both teams. Pass in from Bausma. That is Dykstra with the 3 for the Chargers. It's all tied up at 5-5 now. A very fast-paced game so far. Orm passes it to number 42, Chance. Back to Orm. Back to Chance. Bykirk with the ball. Back to Chance, to Orm. Back to Chance. Chance passes it off to number 14, Bykirk again. Bykirk goes back to Orm. Orm goes inside, number 15, Steenwyk. Out number 14. That is up, and it is no good.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds. That will be a Covenant Christian Chargers ball. Pipe with the pass to Bausma. Bausma with the pass to Oosterhuis. Oosterhuis back out to Pipe. Back out to Oosterhuis. Back out to Dykstra. Dykstra back to Pipe. Back to number 4, Bausma. And that is number 23 with the ball. That is passed in, and there is the score. Oosterhuis with the 2 for Covenant Christian. Orm with the ball for the Squires. Orm will pass to Lackanet. Lackanet with the shot, and that is no good. Rebounded by the Chargers. That is a foul on number 50, Steenwijk. That is his first, team's 5th. Automatic 2-point in high school basketball now. So Oosterhuis will go to the line and shoot 2 for the Covenant Christian Chargers, who are up 7-5 over the Calvin Christian Squires. Current score is 7-5. And that is good from Oosterhuis. 1 for 1 at the line. Second shot from Oosterhuis is good as well. 9-5. Number 2 will come in for Kirkstra will come in for the Covenant Chargers. Orm with the pass out to Chance. Chance back to Orm into number 12. That is Chance with the jumping shot, but it is blocked. That was Elzinga with the block in the drive, and he will pass it out to number 2. And that is a good three-pointer from Kirkstra. And a timeout called by Matt Veltma, the head coach of Calvin Christian. That is a 30-second timeout. A 30-second timeout here from the Squires. Current score, Covenant Christian on top. 12-15 over the home Squires in what has been a fast-paced first period. Squires currently have 5 team fouls, and that means that the Chargers, every time they're fouled, will automatically go to the line for 2 shots. We have 1 minute 56 seconds left here in our first quarter. It has been very, very fast-paced, as I said a little bit ago. The Squires will now inbound the ball. Vanderwall with the pass to Orm. Orm will find Chance. And Chance will find Orm again. Back into Vanderwall. Vanderwall drives, passes out. And there's the 3 by Steenwijk. So scoring at 12-8. Kirkstra with the ball. Kirkstra drives. It is stolen, but picked back up by the Chargers. Kirkstra with the ball again, driving outside the arc, looking for his man. He's got his man, number 13, Brummel. Brummel will pass to number 23, Dykstra. Dykstra passes it back out to Kirkstra. Kirkstra with the nice spin move, drive, passes it out to number 32, who drives it, and the shot is good. That is Elzinga with the points for the Chargers. Just under a minute left here in the first period. Orm with the pass to Vanderwall. Back out to Orm, back to Vanderwall. Vanderwall will find Chance. Chance passes it in to Steenwijk. Back to Orm. That is number 12, Vanderwall with the drive. Ball is rebounded by Covenant and passed out to Bylsma. Bylsma drives, looking to drive. The ball is poked out, but Elzinga has it on after the poke out. Kirkstra passes it to 23. That is Dykstra with the shot, but it is no good. Orm with the ball. Orm's looking to drive, trying to just get something here. He passes, and that is no good. That was Vanderwall with the shot to end our first quarter. Our first quarter final score, or score at the end of the first quarter, is Covenant Christian Chargers 14, Squires for Calvin Christian 8. We will be back after this break here on WCET. And welcome back to WCET TV, the Ville Sports Network. We are live here at Calvin Christian High School in Grandville, Michigan for this game between the Covenant Christian Chargers and the Calvin Christian Squires. Covenant Christian leading 14 over the Squires with 8 points. Bykirk will inbound the ball for the Squires. That is number 40, Dykstra with the ball. Dykstra finds Orm, back to Dykstra. Out. That is out behind the arc. That is Orm with the 3 points for the Squires. Pipe with the Chargers will bring the ball up. He will pass to number 13. Brummel looking to try to find something. Has nothing so far. He just has to pass back out to Pipe. Pipe will pass to number 2. That is a shot from Covenant Christian, and it is. And it falls for the 3 points. Dykstra with 3 points. Up 17-11. Dykstra with the ball for the Squires. And that shot is blocked after he drives. Kirkstra with the ball for Covenant Christian. Kirkstra drives, and there is a foul. Dykstra with the foul. That is his first team foul. Pipe looking to inbound it. And he finds Kirkstra. Kirkstra looking for something. He has nothing. Nothing so far. He just has to pass it back out to number 23, Dykstra. Dykstra will pass it in, and that is stolen by Lacknet, who will pass to Orm. Orm to Dykstra. Orm passes it back out. And that is Lacknet with the ball. And Orm will Lacknet pass to Orm. Orm drops, misses. Pipe with the ball for the Chargers. Lacknet will get the pass, but he will also collide with his own man and be taken out. Ball will go out of bounds. That will be a Covenant ball. Good to see that Orm is good after that collision. He was taken right out by his own man. Oosterhuis will come in for the Chargers. Christian trying to pass this ball in. Finds number 24, Oosterhuis. Pipe with the ball will pass to Kirkstra. Kirkstra to Dykstra. Dykstra to the outside to Pipe. Pipe passes it in to Kirkstra. Kirkstra outside the arc. He will pass it to number 13, Brummel. Brummel will find Pipe. Pipe tries the spin move, but is called for a travel. Bilesma will come in for Covenant Christian Chargers. Dykstra will take the ball up for the Squires. Dykstra drives. He's got to pass it out, but that ball will go out of bounds. That will be a Charger ball. Your score, Chargers 17, Squires 11. Pipe with the ball for the Chargers, matched up with Dykstra. Dykstra just all over him. That is a pass out to number 4, Bilesma. Bilesma trying to drive. He is backed by number 32, Lacknet. Lacknet has to pass back out to Pipe. Pipe passes it out to number 23, Dykstra. Dykstra to Oosterhuis. Oosterhuis to Bilesma. Bilesma to number 13 for the score. Brummel with the score. That's 20-11 with just over 5 minutes left before halftime. Dykstra drives. He's stopped in it by Pipe. Dykstra will pass it out to number 42, Chance. Chance with the shot, but it misses. Pipe gets the ball off the rebound pass. Pipe looking to drive. He can't get anything. He has nothing going. trying to block out for his man. Number 4, Bylsma with the ball. He will pass back out to Pipe. Pipe will pass into number 22. And that is the drive and the score. That was Oosterhuis with the score, 22-11. Now Dykstra with the pass. He finds number 42, Chance. Chance looks to drive, but he has to pass it out. Number 32, Lackanet. Lackanet shoots, but no good. And the Chargers will get another rebound. Pipe will bring the ball up once again. Once again matched up with number 12, Vanderwall. Vanderwall is on him. It looks like there may be a foul called. And there is a foul called. Dykstra, the foul was called on Dykstra for the Squires. That's the team's second foul. Bylsma will inbound the ball for the Chargers. Bylsma finds Pipe. Pipe covered by Orm. Pipe has to pass it out to Dykstra. Back to number 32, Elzinga. And Pipe with the shot from 3, but it's no good. That ball goes out of bounds. Or there's a foul. It is a push. Number 5, Van Dyke, the foul was on. That's his first, the team's first. Orm with the ball off the inbound. Orm drives to get it up past half court. Orm passes in to number 14. Or 14 out to number 30. Back to number 14, Bykirk. Bykirk to Dykstra. And that is airmailed. And ball will go out of bounds. That becomes a Chargers ball. Oosterhuis has to pass in the Pipe. Back to Oosterhuis. Oosterhuis to Van Dyke. Van Dyke to Pipe. Van Dyke lobs that ball up to Oosterhuis. Oosterhuis with the shot. Doesn't get it. But Biles will try to get it, but he did not get it. Dykstra has the ball for the Squires. Bykirk with the ball. Back to number 30, Smith. Then back to Dykstra. Dykstra with the shot, but no good. That is Bylsma on the rebound in the pass to Pipe. Pipe matches up with Dykstra. Passes out to Bylsma. Bylsma will pass out to Elzinga. Elzinga tries to find his way, but does not. Finds Bylsma. Bylsma with the layup, but no good. Back out to Elzinga. That is back to number 5, Van Dyke. Van Dyke will pass it outside the arc, no good. Number 50, Steenwijk will get the rebound and pass to number 30, Smith. Smith will find Dykstra. Then Dykstra will find number 14, Bykirk. Back out to Dykstra. Dykstra with the ball currently for the Squires with just over 2 minutes left before half. Orm with the ball. Orm will pass to number 30, Smith. Smith looking for something. He's got nothing. He has to pass back out to Orm. Orm will drive, but he is stuffed by. And they are going to call double dribble. That ball will go to the Squires. And number 32, Elzinga for the Chargers, pleading his case with the official. Looks like even Coach Tyler Schimmel has something to say about the double dribble there. But it will stand, and that is a double dribble. Smith with the ball for the Squires on the inbound. He's trying to find his man. He's got nothing open. He's got to pass it way out there to Orm. Orm will pass it in. Out. And it looks like Orm got taken down by the Chargers. Oosterhuis on the foul for the Chargers. There's the pass into Orm. Orm with the easy layup for the score. The score now the Chargers 22, Squires 12. Pike taking this up. Not in much of a hurry. That will pass out to Elzinga. Elzinga looking for something. That is a pass out to number 13, Brummel. And Brummel with the score. 25-13 now, your score. Orm with the ball for the Squires. He passes it to number 30, Smith. Smith trying to find something, trying to find open man. He's got nothing. He's got to drive himself. He will find it. He tried to pass out to Adama, but he was not there. That ball will go out of bounds. Chargers ball. That is number 13, Brummel with it, the pass in to Biosma. Biosma drives. He's had something, but the shot's no good. Orm with the ball for the Squires. Orm has to pass out to Steenwijk. Steenwijk outside the arc. Passes to number 42, Chance. Chance will pass to number 34, Adama. Back out to Orm. Goes Adama. Orm goes to 42, Chance. Orm now with the ball again. Orm's got to find something here. He's at risk of a violation, and they're going to double team him. That would be Kirkster to come up to force the pass. But Orm with the pass to 34, but it came right back to him. That ball was stolen by Covenant, and that is up and no good. The breakaway. Elzinga tries to put up the second chance shot, but it's no good. And that will end our quarter. Your halftime score, the Squires 25. Actually, there was a timeout. So technical foul. So Bilesma will shoot for the Covenant Christian Chargers. And his first shot is no good. Bilesma's second shot is up, and that one's good, bringing the score to 26 for the Chargers, 13 for the Squires at halftime. And this has been a very, very fast-paced game. And for our halftime show, Brian Waring joining me here down at courtside when we come back from this short break. And we are back live here on WCET TV, live here at Calvin Christian High School in Greenville, Michigan. Joining me now for our halftime, our man who's working the camera this game, Brian Waring. Brian, fast-paced game so far, with Covenant leading 26-13 over the Squires. So it's been not a chance to take a breath for me. I've been out of breath this whole first half.
Yeah, you look at both teams. You know, they're very well coached by Matt Veltema for Kelvin and Tyler Schimmel for Covenant. But I think it's just the speed. There's no really let up, and either of those two teams are not letting up. One thing what I've noticed from up there is Covenant's kind of using their size in the paint, box now, getting rebounds, and Kelvin is just letting them get there. But it's just stupid turnovers that are killing Kelvin.
Yeah, I can't agree. I mean, I agree with that. Covenant Christian has just really been leading that size advantage, like by a lot.
Yeah.
As we said pregame, Calvin has their guys over 6 foot, but they only got one guy that's giant at 6'7". Where Covenant Christian has 6'7", has 6'5", 6'5",
6'3", 6'2". They got the height. They're using that to their advantage right now, and the toughness inside's helping Covenant right now. I think one thing that Coach Tyler Schimmel is going to talk to his team about at halftime is control the ball. Let them come to you. You don't run fast paced. Slow it up. Give them time. Work the ball.
Yeah, especially because they've been controlling the ball. I mean, you're up 13 at half. Yeah, we still got 16 minutes to go, but time is on their side right now, especially score-wise.
And even momentum. You're feeding off that student section. That's helping. But wait till it comes this side. You're going to get a lot more of that student section.
Yeah.
Another game of interest tonight is South Christian, Unity Christian, the Battle of Christian Schools, just like it is here. But 31, I think it was 31-29 the last check, South on top of Unity. And those are other two good teams that are battling it out, on the basketball court this time, not on the football field like we saw, during the playoffs.
Yeah, that's a very close game. You said it was 31-29 half, right?
I think it was 31-29 in the second quarter. But another thing is, we'll see Unity here in a week or so, during just before Christmas break. But I think one thing that really looks out to me about Unity Christian is they have a very well coached coach in Scott Sotsma there. He knows how to play some basketball. So, yep, I can't wait to see Hudsonville Eric Elliott against Unity Christians. It's 31-29 at half.
Another, with that matchup that we were saying we're going to see in a couple weeks here, or next week before Christmas break, is Jeff Tuberg leading the varsity girls in his first season as varsity coach.
He's doing a great job there. I commend him, for stepping in and taking this team under his wing, and no pun intended, wing, and taking them out to flight. But he's doing a great job. I don't know. We saw them against East Grand Rapids. We'll see them against Unity, who is a good team. I mean, they're well coached by Bill Postma there. So I can't wait to see the crosstown rivals battle it out.
No matter how good the teams are, in my opinion, I feel like the Salad Bowl Classic always excites.
Yeah,
because
it gets the community out.
Yeah,
the two communities, two teams that battle it out and play some very good basketball on the court. I graduated from Unity, so I don't pledge my allegiance to them, but I kind of favor them. I work for Hudsonville, so I can't really brag, about both teams. But my heart is on one side than the other.
Where I'm on the other side of that, graduating from Hudsonville myself.
Yep. So what will happen in that game is we'll do it like we did tonight. So it'll be a fun night. Supporting athletics in Hudsonville.
Yeah, and in this game too. I mean, I just love coming out to these games for smaller, especially a good game like
a small
this.
gym like this. Yeah.
You can really feel the atmosphere, and as we were saying, I think that switching the sides, Covenant Christians,
I think they're going to feed off of that.
Yeah, we were talking in the post game that the Squires are usually loud, but Covenant Christian has drowned them out tonight.
Yeah, and I like how both communities have come out tonight. Especially even though it's not, a conference game, it's still friends versus friends. Could be cousin gets cousin. You don't know. It's a fun rivalry to have. between both Covenant and Kelvin. So, for our halftime show, brought to you by DJ's Pizza Pub in the Hudsonville Plaza for over 40 years. I know how old they are, I'm not going to mention, but yeah, we'd like to thank our sponsor for tonight's halftime show, brought to you by, as I said, DJ's Pizza Pub. We'll join you in the third quarter in just a few moments. You're watching the Ville Sports Network on WCTV, your local cable access station.
And we are live here in Granville, Michigan at Calvin Christian High School for tonight's basketball game between the boys of Covenant Christian and Calvin Christian. The Squires are facing the Chargers. The Chargers on top, 26-13 right now as we start our third quarter, and they will start with the ball. That was Elzinga passing into Pipe, and Pipe will pass it out to number 4, Bilesma. Bilesma, if you watched our first half, Covenant Christian just had all the momentum. Bilesma passed to Oosterhuis, who passed out to Pipe. Covenant Christian's momentum was just carrying them and their side advantage as that ball is passed back out to Bilesma. Passed to Kirkstra. Kirkstra into Elzinga. Elzinga with the shot, making it 28-13. This is Orm with the ball for the Squires. Orm passes that to number 20, Dykstra. Dykstra back to Orm. Orm passes that to Vanderwall. Vanderwall passes to Bykirk. Bykirk back to Vanderwall. Out to Orm. Orm just trying to get something, and that's something that the Squires have struggled to do in this game. Back out to number 12, Vanderwall. Vanderwall looking to drive. Yes, pass back out to Orm. Orm with the three-pointer, and it is good. That is a good three-pointer from Orm. Pipe taking the ball up for the Chargers. Kirkshaw with the pass to Bilesma, back out to Pipe. Pipe looking to drive, Pipe with the layup, and it is no good. That is Vanderwall with the rebound for the Squires. Vanderwall passes to Dykstra. Dykstra finds Bykirk. That is Vanderwall who had the ball. That will be out on Covenant Christian. Vanderwall will pass the ball in. He finds Chance. Chance met. Vanderwall with the ball again, passes out outside the arc. Number 14, that is missed. Bykirk with the missed shot for the Squires, who scored 28-16 with just under 6 minutes left in our third quarter. Pipe passes it out, ball almost goes out, but is kept inbounds by Kirkstra, who passes it out to Pipe. Kirk back to Pipe, or Pipe back to Kirkstra, and Kirkstra tries to drive. And there is a foul committed by the Squires. Bykirk with the foul. Steenwhite comes in to replace Chance. Bilesma will be the man passing the ball in for the Chargers. And Bilesma finds Pipe with the big jump. Pass out to Kirkstra. Kirkstra passes out to Bilesma. Bilesma misses the shot. That is rebounded by Orm. Orm taking it, loses the ball. Bilesma gets it, and he scores for the Chargers. Orm will take the ball in up after the bounce in from Steenwhite. He finds Vanderwall. Vanderwall finds Steenwhite, who finds Bykirk. Bykirk out to Dykstra. Dykstra out to Steenwhite. Steenwhite misses the shot. That is rebounded by Kirkstra, who passes the Pipe. Pipe out back to Kirkstra. Kirkstra to Oosterhuis. Oosterhuis out to Kirkstra. Kirkstra to Elzinga. To Pipe. Oosterhuis with the ball. And that will be a charge on Oosterhuis. this will be a Squires ball. That's the Chargers' first foul and first team foul. Orm passes in to Dykstra. Dykstra will take the ball up for the Squires. Dykstra trying to find something. They're trying to create a pass for him, but there's nothing there. He has to pass out to Orm. Orm passes out to Vanderwall. Vanderwall will drive. He will put the shot out, but it's no good, but it is brought down by Steenwijk, but rebounded ultimately by the Chargers. Biles with the ball for the Chargers, who will pass into to Elzinga. Elzinga has to pass it out to number 13, Brummel. And Brummel will hit the three. Our score now 30-16. Timeout called by the Calvin Christian Squires. It is a full timeout by the Calvin Christian Squires, and we will be back after this short break here on WCET TV. Welcome back to the Vail Network at WCET TV, live in Granville, Michigan, for this matchup between the Calvin Christian Squires and the Covenant Christian Chargers. The Squires are coached by Matt Valdema, and the Covenant Christian Chargers are coached by Tyler Schimmel. The Squires with the ball, that is number 22, Will Orm, who will take it up for Covenant Christian. He is met by number 4, Bilesma, who Elzinga comes in to help him. The pass out, and that is a foul called against the Chargers. Elzinga with the foul called against him. His first foul, Covenant Christian second. Orm will pass it in to Steenwijk, who misses the shot, and that ball is rebounded by number 3, by Brummel. Pipe will take the ball back up for the Chargers. Pipe finds Brummel. Brummel finds Elzinga. Elzinga now outside the arc. Elzinga will shoot the three, but no good. That is popped out to Steenwijk, who will pass that to Vanderwall. Vanderwall has to pass to number 14. They pass out to Orm. Orm will drive, and that ball is knocked out of his hands. They pass out to Steenwijk, out beyond the arc. The big man, 5'7", he drives it in, or 6'7", excuse me. Drives in with the score, Steenwijk with the score. Pipe passes to Elzinga. Elzinga pass to Bausma, who will take the three, and he will hit it. Your score 36-18. And the Chargers have just been foot on the gas pedal of the metal as the Squires take this long shot. That is no good. Orm tried to knock that shot down to get the rebound. Bausma drives. That is a good 2-point. He will have the and one chance for the Chargers. Bykirk with the foul, his second, team second. Bilesmo with the free throw. And that is no good. And the Squires get the rebound. Orm with the ball. Orm looking for something. Orm finds number 12, Vanderwall. Vanderwall finds Orm. Or, excuse me, they find. Orm is now with the ball, excuse me. That was Lacanette with the ball before Orm had the ball. Orm is fouled on the shooting foul. He will shoot 2 shots for the Squires. Your score right now, the Chargers 38, the Squires now 19 after Orm makes the first shot. Couple of substitutions for both the Chargers and the Squires here with 2 minutes left in the third period. Here's Orm's second attempt. And that is good. 38-20 your score now. Chargers on top. 18-point lead over the Squires. That is passed to number 5, Van Dyke. Van Dyke has to pass it out to Kirkstra. Kirkstra will bring the ball past half court. A pass to Dykstra. Dykstra drives in. Foul on the floor. That is number 24. Van Namen. Elzinga will shoot 2. And his first shot is good, bringing your score to 39-20. Orman Lockney will come in for the Squires. Elzinga's second free throw here. That one is also good, 40-20. The Chargers on top. And that's passed out to Dykstra, but the ball will go off his fingertips and out. Covenant ball. This is Brummel with the ball in to Kirkstra. Kirkstra just smothered by the Squires. Ball did go out of bounds, but it's still Covenant Christian ball. Ball is passed into Elzinga. Elzinga 6'7". Ball is passed to Van Dyke. Van Dyke with the three-pointer. He hits it. 43-20. Dykstra with the ball for Calvin Christian. He's swarmed by Covenant. That is Adema with the ball, who will pass out to Dykstra, who will pass into Orm. Orm out to number 32, Lacanette, who goes out to number 20, Dykstra. And Dykstra misses the shot, but that is Lacanette with the rebound, who will pass it out to 34. And Lacanette with just a jump shot, got it. 22 is the score for the Squires. This is Kirkstra with the ball. Kirkstra driving. He passes it out behind the arc. Elzinga passes to number 5, Van Dyke. Van Dyke has to pass it out to number 13, Brummel. Brummel passes it out. Elzinga almost the intended receiver of that pass, but the ball is poked away. Dykstra with the ball for the Squires. Passes it out to Van Namen. Number 34. And that ball is stolen by Brummel. But the Squires get the ball. Dykstra passes it out to Dykstra. This is Orm with the ball, who passes it out to Dykstra. That shot is good right before the buzzer. 3-point. They're scored at the end of 3. The Chargers 43, Squires 25. Chargers have the lead at the end of the third quarter, and we will be back after this short little break here on WCET TV. Welcome back live to WCET TV here at Calvin Christian High School in Granville, Michigan. Tonight's featured game is boys basketball between the Calvin Christian Chargers and the Calvin Christian Squires. Covenant Christian Chargers lead the Squires 43-25 at the start of our fourth quarter. And the Squires should start with the ball in our fourth. Covenant Christian will start with the ball. And that is Brummel with the pass into number 5. And timeout right away from the Chargers. A half timeout called by Coach Tyler Schimmel. The Chargers, or Squires, just swarmed the Chargers right off of that. We can take a quick break here on WCAT TV. We'll be back in 10 seconds. And we are back live on WCAT TV here in Granville, Michigan after a short halftime out. Covenant Christian Chargers will start with the ball after this timeout called by Coach Tyler Schimmel. Inbounding it will be Aiden Van Dyke. He'll pass that to Dykstra. And Dykstra will bring it past half court, back into. And with the shot is Brummel. Brummel misses the shot. Dykstra rebounds it for the Squires. Dykstra drives. He has to pass it out to number 34, Adama. Adama with out to number 20, Dykstra. Dykstra drives. Ball out to Orm. Orm misses the shot. The ball is rebounded by Covenant. That is number 5, Van Dyke with the ball, who passes it to number 23, Dykstra. Dykstra drives in, the ball is missed. Squires with the ball now. That is Dykstra with the ball. Dykstra with the ball for the Squires, passes to Dykstra. Out to number 32, Alakanat. To Orm. Orm with the drive, the ball. The shot is no good, but there is a foul. Foul on Dykstra, his first foul, first team foul. Orm will be shooting 2 shots. His first one is good, bringing the score 43-27. Or 43-26. Orm's second attempt, second free throw. That one is no good. 43-26, still your score. Elzinga with the ball, passes it to Pipe for Covenant Christian. That is passed to Dykstra. Dykstra drives in. No good on the shot. Dykstra charging down the field for Calvin Christian. That is blocked by Biosma. Biosma with the ball driving. He passes it out to Pipe. Pipe will pass to 13, Brummel. The ball is stolen. 14, Burkirk with the ball. Passing it off to number 32, Lacanet. 3 is no good. Covenant will get the ball back. That is passed out to Pipe. Pipe takes the ball up for Covenant Christian. We'll find number 23, Dykstra. Dykstra passes it out to number 32, Elzinga. Elzinga with the shot, and he is fouled. Shot is on Lacanet. His first, and the team's first foul. Elzinga will shoot 2. Elzinga's first shot is good. 44-26, your score now. Osterhaus will come in for the Chargers, as will number 2, Kirkstra. Elzinga's second shot is no good, but it is knocked out. That will be Covenant ball. I think it went off the Calvin Christian guy, though. But Covenant ball passed it in. That is Elzinga with the 3-point. Pipe now with the ball. Out to Elzinga with the 3. That is no good, but it is rebounded by Covenant. That is out. Covenant ball. Or Calvin ball. Pass in to Dykstra. That is Chance with the ball. Out to Dykstra again. Dykstra number 12, Vanderwall. Vanderwall driving. The ball is blocked, but Chance is right there to get it. Ball is out of bounds, Covenant ball. Our officials having a little conversation here. And that is changed. It is Calvin ball. Biker and Orm will come in for the Squires. Squires ball. Pass into Steenwijk. Orm passes it out to Dykstra. Dykstra passes the ball out behind the arc. Dykstra passes it to Bykirk. Bykirk passes it to Dykstra. Orm passes it out to Dykstra again. Dykstra passes it out to Steenwijk. And they're going to call it travel. Just under 5 minutes left in our game. Chargers leading the Squires 44-26. That is Osterhaus with the ball. Pipe trapped, but finds Osterhaus. Osterhaus blocked by Steenwijk. That's Dykstra with the ball. Pass to Chance. Chance passes to Orm. Orm looking. Steenwijk tried to set the screen, but no good. Dykstra with the ball. That's to Steenwijk. Steenwijk drives in, but is blocked by the other big man from Covenant Chargers. And this is Pipe with the ball. 4 minutes left. And a foul is called as a block on Biker. That's the second team foul, as they are right here in front of us. Bileswell will inbound the ball for the Covenant Chargers. He's looking, he finds Pipe. Pipe's gonna try to bring it up. He's gotta find Bileswell again. Bileswell will look out, and he's got another man. Shot's no good though. Bileswell takes it on the rebound shot though. Your score is now 46-26. This is Dykstra with the ball for the Squires. Just under 4 minutes left. Orm with the ball. This defense is locked down for the Chargers. Orm has to drive in. He's no good. Elzinga on the rebound. Covered by Steenwijk. Passes it out to number 24, Osterhaus. And that is a timeout called by Calvin Christian. Full timeout by the Squires. We will be back after this break on WCT TV. And we are back live on WCAT TV, the Village Sports Network, live in Granville, Michigan at Calvin Christian High School for this game of the Covenant Christian Chargers against the Calvin Christian Squires. Chargers currently on top 48 over the 48-26 over the Squires. This is Dykstra with the ball for Calvin Christian. Looking for something. He finds Orm. Back out to Dykstra. Back out to Orm. Orm back to Dykstra. Out to number 42, Chance. Chance back to Dykstra. Dykstra will pass it out. Finds Steenwijk. Steenwijk under the basket. Has to pass it out. That ball bounces off. Vanderwall. Vanderwall tries to pass it in, but he's got to get it. And that is a backcourt violation called. So this will be a Chargers ball. And that is Osterhaus with the ball pass in. He finds Elzinga. Elzinga finds Pipe. Pipe moves it up past half court. He's got to find Bylsma. Bylsma shoots it or lobs it up more than that. Elzinga down on the other side though. Dykstra with the ball finds Bylsma. Bylsma with the three. 51-26. Timeout called by Covenant. That is Calvin Christian with the timeout. Your score right now, 51-26. The Chargers over the Squires. Not quite sure how Squires will have the ball. Pass in from Adema, or excuse me, from Smith to Dykstra. That is a pass out to Van Namen. Van Namen passes to Dykstra. Out to number 32, Lackett. The ball shot is no good. Covenant with the ball. Ball is out bounds right here at our feet. Covenant ball. This is Gritters who will be passing the ball in for Covenant. That is Diemter with the ball for the Chargers. Diemter looking. He finds number 30, Kuiper. Ball is tipped. That is Dykstra who rushes down to grab it. Squires come up with the ball. That is passed, but it goes out of bounds. Just over 2 minutes left. And it will be a Squires ball. Smith with the pass in. Foul called on Bykirk. His first, second team foul. And that is passed in, but that ball just ripped right out of his hands. Diemter with the ball for the Chargers. That's pass out to number 30, Kuiper. Kuiper passes to Gritters. Gritters has the ball poked away. That was number Adema with the poke away, but he charges the ball is lost again. That's a bad pass from the Chargers. Pass out to Dykstra for three, and he got it. There's score now, Chargers 51, Squires 29. This is Diemter with the ball. And that is now Van Dyke with the ball for the Chargers. That ball is poked away. On Dykstra with the foul. His third team foul. 1 minute, 17 seconds left here in our game. That is just passed into number 22, Gritters, and that's a foul. Adamo with the foul. Fourth team foul on the Squires. I'm honestly a little bit surprised that the Squires are fouling down this much. And that is Deemter with the ball. He drives and the score is in. And that is Dutcher with the pass. Looks for his man for the three. That is no good. 1 minute left in our game. Deemter has the ball. I would imagine that they just play a little bit of keep away here. Trying to close out a game that's already been pretty close. Scored 53-29 with the Chargers on top. And he's just swarmed, but that is foul is called. Will be Calvin Christian ball. 38 seconds left. Pass to Dykstra. Dykstra looking to drive to at least just get something back on the board. That's passed out to Smith. Smith passed to Dykstra. Dykstra with the ball for the Squires, and his shot is no good. Out of bounds will be a Chargers ball. 20 seconds left. And the Chargers, ball is inbounded but stolen by Dykstra. Dykstra drives. His shot is good for 2 points. 53-31 your score now. This is Deemter with the ball. He's swarmed. Ball goes out of bounds, but is called out on the Squires, so this will be a Chargers ball. 8 seconds left. Just got to get the ball in there. It's a big push. Don't know how that was called. 32 with the ball. He passes it in. No good. And no good from Dykstra to end the game. Your final score, the Covenant Christian Chargers 53. The Calvin Christian Squires 31. Covenant coming out on top majorly with this game. Momentum was on their side the whole time. They really used their size advantage to their advantage in this game. Like we said at pregame and halftime, they had way more guys that were over 6 foot than Calvin Christian. They had Ben Elzen got 6'7", Oliver Kuiper at 6'5", Nick Osterhaus at 6'5", Caleb Dykstra at 6'2", and Kirkstra at 6'3", where the Squires only had Steenwijk at 6'7". And now joining me at our booth, at our nice little table over here, is the man of the hour, the man who ran our cameras, Brian Loring.
I don't know about man of the hour, but heck of a ball game for Covenant Christian. Didn't let off. They put the pedal to the metal, as you said. I first thought we're gonna be in for a barn burner for a minute when we first started, but Covenant kept the foot down and basically came away with a convincing, easy fought win against the crosstown rivals, the Calvin Christian Squires, here on their home court, on Calvin's home court.
And I mean, you say convincing, you mean convincing, huh?
It's not like the girls' game where it's slow pacing, like easy, walk. I mean, easy. I mean, not easy, but not like a
close game.
Close game like we had in the girls' game. They just took it right to them and never let up.
Yeah,
And I like how Coach Schimmel there near the end, it was about 2-3 minutes to go, he emptied his bench, and I think that's good sportsmanship.
Yeah.
You didn't rub it in. You let, you put him in at a good opportune time. Let Calvin, try to get some points on their second string or their fourth string.
And it gets the guys who don't play very often some chance early in the season. Just so they have experience. So
Yeah.
God forbid someone get hurt, that they're ready to play.
Especially experience going forward. It's early in the season, and then also, it gives them a lot more playing time. Maybe, as you said, forbidden somebody gets hurt, that next man up could be, help them. At least got some experience going forward.
It's always nice when you see coaches in games like this. Even in like senior nights later down towards the end of the season.
And yeah,
where like the seniors who don't play much, even if they're not winning too much, they still put those guys in, or those guys or girls in, because they know that they need the experience, and it's always nice to see, especially early and late in the season.
yeah. As you said, it gives them more experience going forward, and also it gives them, experience going forward to the playoffs.
Yeah.
That one person cannot hold your team together. Covenant used their size a little bit tonight. Their disadvantage or their advantage compared to Kelvin's disadvantage there.
And I want to apologize to number 50 on Squires, Mr. Nate Steenwijk. If you hear this, I'm sorry for saying you were 5'7" at one point. I meant 6'7".
I knew what you mean there, but yeah. Another heck of a ball game over at Uni Christian South, and Uni are battling it out, and it's late in the fourth quarter, but you never know. In those kind of games where we kind of seen that with the girls game. Covenant did not give up. Let Calvin back in the door, and then they come away with a hard-fought victory. The girls did from Calvin.
Yeah, it really looked like after Covenant got that three-pointer and they brought it within one, it did look like that Covenant was going to take over in those last 30 seconds or whatever it was, but you just never know.
And another advantage is all the students were behind everybody. Behind both teams. Even though Kelvin was losing, they were still trying to help their team out.
Yeah, and Covenant really, really, really helped their team out. They were the loudest of the sides, I would say.
Yeah, Covenant improves their record to 3-2 overall, while Kelvin falls to 1-4 overall. Upcoming games, first of all, for the Covenant Christian Chargers, they'll be on the road for the next two games. They'll be over at North Point Christian from the OK Silver, a common foe for the Calvin Christian Squires. If you don't know where North Point is, it's over off of the East Bet line, over by Cornerstone College or Cornerstone University, depends on how you want to look at it. River City Alliance, they'll be at Allendale in the River City Alliance on the 20th. And then Calvin will be home against the Potter's House Pumas from the Alliance League, common foe for the Calvin Christian Squires. And head coach Kuipers over there at Wyoming Potter's House. And then they go over to their crosstown rival. I don't know if you can call it a crosstown rival, but I call it a crosstown rival. The Tri-Unity Christian Defenders from the Alliance League. So they got two Alliance Leagues teams they're going to play here shortly.
I would call it crosstown because we're kind of in that weird Granville, Wyoming area.
If you don't know where Wyoming Tri-Unity is, if you go south from Costco, it's just a little ways from Costco down there, so we can call them a crosstown rival. So our next broadcast will be tomorrow night, I couldn't say tomorrow afternoon on a quad header. We're only going to do a double header because there's 4 teams. There's 8 teams. We're only in 4 games. We're going to do the first game between the Grand Blanc Bobcats and the Granville Bulldogs. And then the nightcap will be Hudsonville versus the Shamrocks from Detroit Catholic Central. So for Matt, our fantastic announcer, and I hope you can catch your breath for tomorrow. But so for Matt and yours truly, Brian Waring, and my brother Dale Waring doing our graphics tonight, we'll say so long from Kelvin Christian High School, where that final score was the Covenant Christian Chargers 53 and the Kelvin Christian Squires 31. So long, have a good night, and see you on a future WCTT broadcast and the Ville Sports Network. Goodbye, everyone.